This is how I finally got abs. I got abs for this summer and I've been able to maintain them now for over 3 months. So in this video, I will break down the 3-step system me and my clients use to lose fat and get abs. So the first thing I did to get abs was fixing my diet. So diet is everything. I tell people it's 90% of like losing fat and getting abs. So the first thing I did was I started eating less calories. This is like super simple, but it's just so important. Being in a calorie deficit, actually eating less calories than you burn. That's what I focused on, and I did it by cutting out calorie dense foods, sauces, nuts, even like fruits, bread. All those small things. I was already eating clean at the time when I got abs for this summer. So it was just about cutting out like some foods that just added up like unnecessary calories that I don't really needed. I started doing that. I also cut out peanut butter, and that helped me. I saw the difference pretty fast. In just a few weeks, I started losing fat. I started seeing more and more of my abs. So I did that. And also another thing that helped me do that was stopping having snacks, like stop having smaller meals in between my bigger meals. So I made a rule for myself. I can only eat at breakfast, lunch and dinner, nothing in between. But this was pretty much it. Just making sure to eat less calories. And then over time, I needed to eat even less calories, because as I lost some weight, lost some fat, I couldn't keep eating in the same way. Now, to keep losing fat, I need to eat even less. So something that helped me do that was focusing on foods that are high in protein and low in calories. That was like 0% fat Greek yogurt, chicken, lean ground beef, those things, because in that way, I can get in my protein. So I build muscles, I feel full, and I also don't get in a lot of calories because those foods are low in calories. My main focuses were used like chicken and Greek yogurt. Those are great. So I focus on a lot of having those foods. That was a change because because I could eat a lot of them, I could eat a lot of those foods and still lose fat because they were not high in calories. They were pretty low in calories. And I also were used more full. So I could eat a lot and they were high in protein. So those two things made me not need to starve that much, not to need to feel hungry. So that was it with the diet. Making sure to be in a calorie deficit and just focus and doing that by having 3 meals a day, focusing on high protein foods which are low in calories. These are cheat code. Like chicken is a cheat code, 0% fat, Greek yogurt is a cheat code. Eggs are also pretty good. You can have turkey, lean ground beef too. And then also vegetables are good. And then carbs like rice are pretty good. Potatoes, I like one called couscous because it's pretty fast to make. So me as a busy entrepreneur, don't want to spend time cooking, I can just cook it really quick. Also save it in boxes in the fridge, which I can just heat up later. It's called couscous. It's like a Middle Eastern thing. It's pretty similar to rice. But that takes 3 minutes for me to cook. So that was basically my diet. Eggs for breakfast, chicken and couscous, and Greek yogurt for lunch. And then mostly ground beef or chicken again with some rice, couscous, potatoes for dinner. And also some more vegetables for my dinner. And by the way, if you are a busy entrepreneur and you want help with losing fat, getting abs, you can get a free one-on-one coaching call with me where I will see how I can help you. So if you want that, click the top description and join my free community. You will be able to book your call in there. I've gotten really good feedback. And even if you don't want a call, I have a workout plan, diet plan, testosterone boost protocol in there. And there are also 100 other entrepreneurs that are trying to improve their body's health. So yeah, hope I see you inside, top link description. But then the second thing I did was just going to the gym, training. I was already training when before, but me just keep doing it helped. I was going to the gym, lifting weights, because that helped me build more muscles, which helped me burn more calories. I also burn calories when I was in the gym. So that's just a very simple thing that helps with losing fat. And also if you want to get abs, training your abs at least once a week in the gym helps. But personally, I go to the gym every day, but you don't need that 3 workouts a week. That's what I do with my clients. And I also used to go to the gym 3 times a week. 2 years ago when I started building a lot of muscles. So 3 times a week is enough. You can follow this workout plan right here. It will take less than 2.5 hours to follow if you follow it right. It's an upper lower body split. I have a full video in my free community where I like break down like how to use it, how you make each workout be like only like 40-50 minutes. It's too much for me to go over in this video here. But yeah, you can start following this workout plan. I had a client gain over 2 kilograms, 5 pounds of muscles in just 16 days when he followed that one. It's like proven to work, and he really liked it. I used to follow a similar workout plan and I really liked it. But this is the second step, like I follow to get abs, just like going to the gym. It just helps with losing fat. And also it's just important to like be strong and have muscles when you lose fat. You don't want to have abs and then just be skinny. Like, the fuck? No. And then another thing which is big with the training is walking. Like when I wanted to get abs, I started walking more. What I do with my clients who want to lose fat, I make them walk more. Like the more you walk, the more fat you will lose. So what I did, I started walking more, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day. And that really helped. Just like getting out, moving, because it made it easier to be in a calorie deficit. Being in a calorie deficit, that was needed to get six pack, to like lose fat and get those abs. And walking help you be in a calorie deficit because you will burn more calories. So it's easier to eat less calories than you burn if you burn more calories, and walking helps you burn more calories. So 30 minutes a day, like try make that a rule. Like use 30 minutes a day. It can be 50 minutes in the morning, 50 minutes in the afternoon. Or something I recently did with a client was I made him get a walking pad. He literally like bought a walking pad because he was grinding business all day. He was really busy because yeah, you probably also are very busy. You don't want to spend time outside walking all day, just like me. I don't want to do it even. Then walking pad is the perfect thing. He got a walking pad. He started walking 1 hour consistently a day. Even a few days he walked 2 hours, and he was just walking on that while working on his business. So he didn't need to sacrifice his business, his work. And he even told me he felt more energetic, more productive when he did it. So that's an absolute cheat code, getting a walking pad. That will help you with the walking. But this is for the training. If you also want to get abs, like go to the gym 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes each time, and then walk at least 30 minutes a day. Having a walking pad is the easiest thing, but if you can't, then just divide it up or find a time to like get those 30 minutes in. Like you will probably be more productive at your work too. So it's like a win-win. You lose fat and you can work better on your business. But that leads me into the last step in my system, which is super underrated, and that's sleep. When I wanted to get those abs, I struggled. Like after I fixed my diet, I was already training. I was like walking. I was also doing some running. I struggled to lose that last bit of fat. That was because of my sleep. I was only like sleeping 5 to 6 hours a day because I was staying up working on my business late, and I felt like, yeah, I need to work like 10, 12 hours a day. I need to get all these things done. But then I came to a point like, this is what's stopping me. Like, I can't do this. I need to sleep more if I want to get abs. I started sleeping more, 7 hours, 8 hours. Not only did I get abs, but also I could like work better on my business. So that was also like a win-win. Sleep is so underrated. The more you sleep is also like correlated to like how much fat you lose. I just earlier today, I talked to a guy, like business entrepreneur trying to lose fat, and he said like I tend to gain fat when I'm not sleeping enough. And I was like, yeah, I've also noticed this. It can be some days when I get bad sleep, I just noticed how I gain a bit of fat. My abs get worse. So at least 7 hours a day. Make that a rule. Like I'm even trying to get up to like 7.5, 8 hours now, because not only is my body better, but like I said, my business work gets better. It's like about the productivity too, and like the overall health. So what I'm doing now to help me like get more sleep is I have set an alarm. Today I set it, I'm trying to go to bed at like 10. Yeah, today I'm trying to get like 7 hours of sleep, so I'm gonna sleep at 10 p.m. so I can wake up at 5:30, get 7.5 hours of sleep. And today I have an alarm at 9:25. So I have like 35 minutes to get ready for bed. So this is something you can do. Set an alarm like 30 minutes before you plan to go to bed. So you get reminded, you stop your business work, and then you get ready for bed. I also told like one of my clients to do it, and he said like, yeah, that's like a really good idea. I tend to like lose time and like forget time when I'm in my work, in my business work. So that's a thing you can do to get more sleep, and then slowly work your way up. If you at 6 hours now, go up to like 6.5, do that, and 7 hours. That's like how I sleep more. Whenever I try to go from like 6 hours to like 7.5, it's too hard. Like my body is not used to that. Slowly working my way there, that is what has worked for me, what works for clients. But this is my full system that I use to get abs. I fixed my diet, I looked in my training, and I started sleeping more, at least 7 hours a day. 7.5 hours like most of the days. And if you're a business entrepreneur, you watched this video, you thought it was helpful, you can get a free one-on-one coaching call with me where I will see how I could help you with losing fat. And these calls have been really appreciated. You can see the feedback here. So if you want that, click the top link in the description and join my free community. You will be able to book one in there. I also have a diet, workout plan, testosterone boost protocol. So even if you don't want a call, I want to see you inside. I have over 100 entrepreneurs already in there trying to improve their health, their body. And then if you want to get down to 10% body fat, have that really nice six-pack, watch this video right here where I cover everything on how you can do that. Become Jack Potter. Bah!